Hey there. Welcome to Musculoskeletal Minute. This is Dr. Bates, and I'm coming to you with a new live impromptu event. I've been kind of wanting to get to this all week, but now's the first chance that I got. So here it is. I made a mistake, uh, and I want to talk about it. And I actually want to normalize admitting that we made mistakes because we all make mistakes. And I made a mistake with one of the videos, actually, two of the videos. And I was called out on it by somebody over Instagram, and it was great. Uh, but I'm kind of disappointed that nobody said anything earlier. I'm disappointed that I didn't catch it. And that was a typo. Kind of dumb, I know. But the cover art, the thumbnails for two of my videos about muscle energy treatment, I misspelled energy. Yeah, I know, energy. That's pretty sad. But I was just typing too fast and I didn't proofread what I wrote. And the great thing was, I was on a complete roll utilizing Photoshop to just chug out a bunch of thumbnails. So I said, treatment of blank with muscle energy and save export that one, change what I was treating, but I left the muscle energy. And so I actually created three thumbnails. Thankfully, this guy called me out on it while I was still early on, and it's great. I was able to change. But I also do have my advertisements of with that spelling error on my Instagram account, on the Facebook account that's linked, and on Twitter, all where I'm trying to advertise it. I was able to change the thumbnails, but those other I can't go back. So I just wanted to talk about making mistakes. We all make mistakes, and we just need to be able to own up to them and to normalize that. Uh, as a flight surgeon, part of my job is to go fly and learn about flight safety. And that is a big part of what they do in flight safety is figuring out what mistakes were made and working to do better. Not only when there's an accident, but literally every flight that is made, there is a debrief, at least on the military aviation side. I don't know how it is on commercial planes, but they analyze everything that was done over the course of the flight and they talk about it and they talk about the mistakes and what can be done better. And I think that that is something that we can absolutely learn from within medicine. We can move towards admitting these mistakes, working on them, and analyzing. Yes, it's kind of hard. You throw in malpractice and fear of getting sued. Of course, we don't want to talk about, but what we can talk about is those small things and working on bringing them up and making medicine overall a safer place. So, what do we go about doing this? Well, first of all, we have to admit it. Then we have to figure out how or why it happened. And as I said, I was just on a roll in Photoshop. I was just trying to decrease the amount of work that I could had to do to get videos out. And so that's what I was doing. And that's where I made a typo. And that's where I didn't catch it. And so they're frequently referred to as a root cause analysis. I didn't have to do a big, deep one here. But every time you make a mistake, it can be a simple, ooh, how did I do that? How did I mess that up? And then doing the analysis. And then it comes down to how are we going to make it better? So admitting that there was a mistake, figuring out why it happened, and two and three is working on figuring out a way to not make the mistake again and to overall be better. So, what will I do differently next time? Well, stop, double check, and just take time. And I'm honestly hoping to get the videos made a little bit more ahead of time and have them queued up in YouTube. As it stands now, I'm usually, oh shoot, I need to get that posted and ready for tomorrow. And then I wake up in the morning and I get on Instagram and Twitter and I type in my summary about it and throw that off while I'm getting ready for work. It's a great way to make mistakes. So I'm working on trying to plan ahead, but again, it's a lot of work, especially when you're one person trying to put out these educational videos. But I'm working on getting ahead and having it scheduled so that I don't have to worry about it. So it's not a last minute thought before bedtime. So it's not a first thing in the morning thing. And that way, honestly, I probably will be able to get a workout in and be able to start my week better. So that's what I'm going to work on doing. I'm not going to promise perfection, but if I make any mistakes, I absolutely am perfectly fine with you guys sending me a message and letting me know, because I do want to make this better. I want to make it better quality. I want to make this stuff useful. And again, we need to keep this in mind in medicine. Uh, After admitting that we're wrong and figuring out why, the most important part then is to figure out what we're going to do to prevent this from happening again. It makes no difference if you go through all of the effort of doing a root cause analysis and you don't make any changes. So we got to work on making changes, work on improving. Um, but yeah, speaking of improving, so that's my talk first about making mistakes. Speaking of improving, I am working on improving my videos and working on improving my podcast. I have some new ideas that are coming up, but I would absolutely love to hear from you about the things that you would like to see and hear. I'm trying to, well, I'm still going to provide by the book explanations for certain manipulation modalities. I'm also trying to kind of come up with a more useful approach, shall we say, of things that can be utilized in your practice. That's one of the things. I am essentially working in a primary care role, and I frequently have patients that have musculoskeletal pain. So, how am I seeing them in a primary care visit? How am I still doing OMT on them? How am I still treating their musculoskeletal concerns? And so I'm working on that. I'm working on integrating my uh, podcast into explaining things like that. But yeah, so all around, those are some of my projects I'm working on. I'm trying to make sure that this is useful, things that you can absolutely take from this, learn and apply and help people. And I'm trying to absolutely make it useful. So if you have any ideas for that, I am open for them. You can find me, you can comment on this video. Uh, it's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and reach out to me. Any of those methods. I would love to know what you would like to hear about so that I can make these where they will be of the most benefit for you. So, again, this has been Musculoskeletal Minute. Thanks for joining me and have a good one.